Guten Morgen.
I'm back. Look, we live in a world where I'll sleep when I'm dead is treated like a badge of honor. People brag about pulling all-nighters like they're winning at life. Spoiler alert, you're not winning. You're just making yourself slower, weaker, and significantly dumber. If you've stepped foot in a gym or even tried to learn a skill, you've probably spent hundreds of dollars on supplements and programs. But you're ignoring the one performance enhancer that is literally free and built into your DNA. Today we're talking about sleep. No, it's not downtime. It's a neurologically intense repair job. Let's get into why your 4-hour grind is actually killing your gains. First order of business, sleep isn't just a lights out situation. It's a series of 90-minute cycles, and each one has a specific job. You've got light sleep, also known as stages 1 and 2, where your brain starts filing away motor memories, basically hitting save on that new squat form you practiced. Then you've got stage 3, or deep sleep. This is the physical repair shop. Your heart rate drops and your pituitary gland dumps a massive surge of growth hormones into your system. If you want bigger muscles or stronger bones, this is where the magic happens. Finally, there's R.E.M, or rapid eye movement. This is the mental janitor phase. It clears out metabolic waste and processes your emotions. Most of your deep sleep happens in the first half of the night, and most R.E.M happens in the second half. So when you cut your sleep from 8 hours to 6, you aren't just losing 25% of your sleep, you're potentially cutting your mental recovery by 60 to 70%. Nice move, genius. Next, let's talk about what actually makes you fall asleep. It's basically a tag team match between adenosine and your circadian rhythm. Think of adenosine as a sleep pressure. From the moment you wake up, it builds up in your brain. The longer you're awake, the more pressure there is to crash. And before you mention coffee, caffeine doesn't actually get rid of adenosine, it just blocks the receptors. It's like putting a piece of tape over your car's low fuel light. The pressure is still there, you just can't see it. Then you have your circadian rhythm, or your internal 24-hour clock. It's controlled by light, so basically you're like a plant. When the sun goes down, your brain releases melatonin. It doesn't put you to sleep, it's more like the official at the start of a race saying, on your marks. If you're staring at a blue light screen at 2 a.m., you're basically screaming at your brain that it's still noon. Let's talk to the lifters of you for a second and get a bit scientific. If you think you can out-train a lack of sleep, you're delusional. A landmark study found that after just 1 week of sleeping 5 hours a night, healthy young men saw their testosterone levels drop by 10 to 15%. To put that in perspective, that's like aging your hormonal profile by an entire decade in 7 days. Not only that, but your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, go through the roof. High cortisol is catabolic. It eats muscle and loves storing fat around your midsection. You're literally working against yourself in the gym because you're too busy to lie down for 8 hours. And it gets worse. Sleep deprivation fries your central nervous system, the major control central of your body. Being awake for 19 hours straight gives you the reaction time and motor skills of someone who is legally intoxicated. You wouldn't show up to the gym drunk, I hope. So why show up sleep deprived? The injury stats are even scarier. Athletes who sleep less than 8 hours are 1.7 times more likely to get injured. When you're tired, your focus slips. Your brace fails on a heavy lift. Your knee caves on a landing. That's how you end up with a torn ACL or a herniated disc. Sleep is literally your cheapest insurance policy against a hospital visit. And for those of you living in America, I know that you want to avoid hospitals at all costs.
Fix it. How do I fix it? So which one? Where? Right here?
So now that I've listed all the drawbacks of a cooked sleep cycle, I'm gonna give you a fix, in rapid fire mode for those of you with cooked attention spans. First of all is consistency. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Yes, even on Saturdays. Anchor that internal clock. Number 2 is temperature. Your core needs to drop to initiate sleep. Set your room to 18 degrees Celsius. If you're sweating, you aren't sleeping. Number 3 is light. Get sunlight in your eyes within 30 minutes of waking up. It sets the timer for your melatonin release 16 hours later. And lastly, the 3-2-1 rule. No food for 3 hours before bed. That means no more midnight bulking sessions for you. No work for 2 hours before, so get your homework or your studies done before you go to bed. And lastly, no screens for 1 hour before bed. Put the phone down, alright? So, bottom line, sleep is not a luxury. It is a non-negotiable pillar of performance. You can have the best diet and the best program, but if you don't sleep, you're just spinning your wheels in the mud. Stop viewing rest as a weakness. View it as a part of work. Now, go shut your eyes and actually grow for once. Thanks for listening. See you soon. Maybe.